Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds in the studio. It's Friday, and the Ryder Cup is underway. What's the format?
This is an interesting format that they have. They have 4-ball and 4-somes, and there is a difference in the two of them. That's what's beginning the first round today, and it's just now underway at the Bethpage Black in Farmingdale, New York, which is about 30 miles east of New York City on Long Island. Really, really tough course. Beautiful country, but a really tough course. Anyway, this morning, it's foursome, or what's called an alternate play. And this is where the one player tees off, and his partner then plays the second shot, and then vice versa. They alternate back and forth. So the very interesting team competition. Bryson DeChambeau and Justin Thomas will represent the USA. John Rahm and Tyrell Hatton will represent the European team. And that's the first. And then there are 4 others that follow through here, including Scotty Scheffler. He'll be really tough to beat because he's pretty doggone good. Then this afternoon, it's 4-ball, where each player plays his own shot, and it's the lowest score that wins. And frequently you have ties on that hole, or halves, as they call them. So it's all based on total scores, and whatever happens the first day and even into the second really is, yes, it's important, but the big day is Sunday when they play match play. Each one plays against each other, and it is singles play, and that really is where the scores are.
The Missouri State Bears, speaking of this weekend, going to have some history to make on Saturday.
Well, they'll kick it off at 6 o'clock tomorrow night at Plaster Sports Complex, and it is historic, just like the Southern Methodist game was a couple of weeks ago. This is Western Kentucky coming in here to play, and folks, this is the very first ever Conference USA game for Missouri State. Their first year in Conference USA. They have played no Conference USA competition prior to this. This will be the first one, and the rest of the games this year in football will be Conference USA. Now, in basketball, the Bears will have, I think it's 6 or 8, I'm not 100% sure, non-conference games before they get into their Conference USA schedule. And I think the Bears' first-round opponent is Delaware, which is just south of Philadelphia, and that will be very interesting. Don't know how the Bears team's going to be this year, but nonetheless, the football game tomorrow night, which kicks off at 6 o'clock, is Ozarks sports history. I hope you're there to see it.
Hopefully we all show up for that one. Should be a good time. Also, there's a lot of great college football games this weekend, so I'm going to be glued to the TV once I get done working in the morning on Saturday. All right, speaking of football, I thought it was going to be an interesting matchup, but man, the Seahawks defense is the real deal.
They're very good. Seattle is a very good football team, and Arizona is snake bit. They're a good team. Arizona Cardinals have a very good football team. This is the second straight week that they have lost on the final play of the game. Last week in San Francisco, field goal at the gun, and the Cardinals lost to the 49ers 16-15. Last night, Seattle has the ball. They get it inside the 50-yard line. Kid kicks a 53-yard field goal at the gun. Seattle set a 23, Arizona 20. Another last-second loss. Well, the Cardinals, they have to really be flying low right now, and they're not a bad football team.
Oh, man, but again, at least in that first half, the only thing I saw was Seattle Seahawks defense for pretty much the entire first and second quarter. Major League Baseball is coming to an end, or at least the regular season is about to warm up into the playoffs next week. Big ups to Aaron Judge, again, hitting 50 in a season. That is incredible. What, fourth player to do it?
Fourth player.
Unbelievable. And again, since the steroid era, first guy to do it, and he still got time to hit 60. You think he'd do it?
Oh, he'll get 50, yeah, and has. He is such a consummate player. He's very, very good, but he's not going to get the most home runs of anybody. That's going to go to Cal Raleigh, who had 60. He's hit 59 and 60, and oh, good gracious, what are you going to do? Anyway, we have 3 games remaining, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I might add that many baseball fans don't realize this, but all of Sunday's games start at the same time. Nobody realizes this. West Coast, the games will start at noontime. It'll be 3 o'clock on the East Coast. But everybody starts at exactly the same time because it gives all those playoff teams the same number of hours to rest and get ready for the playoffs. They begin on Tuesday, the wild card, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it's all best of 3. Now, with 3 games remaining, much could be decided tonight. In the American League, the wild card, Detroit finally won a game. They had lost 8 in a row, the total collapse, folks. But they did win yesterday. They lead the Houston Astros by 1 game. That could all change. Detroit plays the Boston Red Sox in Boston. Houston faces the Angels out in Los Angeles, the Houston Astros, and they're only a game behind. In the National League, the New York Mets won a game. They knocked off the Cubs, lead Cincinnati by 1 game. The Reds also won yesterday. The Mets play the Marlins in Miami. The Reds travel to Milwaukee to meet the Brewers. That'll be tough. This is really interesting the way this is shaping up, but it's the wild card teams. All will be decided by late Sunday.
I cannot believe May, June, when the Detroit Tigers had that lead against everyone. I remember looking at that thing going, it is going to be a miracle if anyone in that division catches them, and the Guardians did it, man. Big ups to those guys.
Guardians have supplanted them in the standings, and what's really interesting, Detroit, if they start losing again this weekend and the other teams start winning, they might not even make the playoffs. And they had a double-digit lead in early August.
Oh my goodness gracious, snakes alive! I'd be mad if I was a Tigers fan.
The team is moving to the Philippines. Did you know that? Detroit Tigers? They're moving their franchise to the Philippines. They're going to be in Manila. Call themselves the Manila Folders.
Oh,
that's bad. It's bad. I know.
That's a little bit of his Philly coming out there. You guys just heard it right there.
No,
you heard it.
It's an old Philadelphia joke from '64.
I know it is. All right, it kind of snake bit me a little bit, and I don't even care about the Tigers. All right, so I do care about the Kansas City Chiefs, who are back at home against Baltimore Ravens. Should be a tough matchup, but again, yesterday everyone practiced, and it looks like the very talented Baltimore Ravens D-line is pretty much out for the most part.
Well, there will be some who will be missing, but hey, don't sell them short. The Ravens are very good, and they are also favored by 2.5 points over the Chiefs. It'll be a tough game, and there's no question about it. It may not be the biggest game in the NFL, interestingly enough, although it does have, for the afternoon games, the prime time at 3:25. But the fact is, Philadelphia and Tampa Bay is a really compelling matchup, and that starts at noontime.
And that means Ned Talk starts at 1?
Ned Talk starts at 1, but we won't mention Kansas City Royals. They got a win over the Los Angeles Angels.
Of course.
9-4 over Los Angeles, and a big night for Bobby Witt, Vinny Pasquantino, and Salvi Perez. And in high school football, had a Thursday night game, Nixa playing last night. Nixa played Lebanon, beat the Lebanon Yellow Jackets 49-14. Nixa's pretty good.
You're telling me the Eagles are coming back again this year?
Nixa Eagles?
Yeah.
And maybe the Philadelphia Eagles, too.
You got to stop saying that. Also, again, I began, like you said about the Royals, they, had a pretty good season, and like I always say, you stay above 500 and I'm a happy guy.
Sure, because there are 2 extra wild card teams that are involved, and sure, you're going to get above 500, you're going to have a chance, and that'll be fine. You mentioned Ned Talk, 1 o'clock on Sunday. That's the Chiefs pregame. Then the official network pregame begins at 2. Game time about 3:20, somewhere around there.
And you can hear it all right here at 104.7 The Cave. You're home for the Kansas City Chiefs. Ned, have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday.